Please describe your job title and primary duties.
So I started off as a cashier. After a month, I moved to customer service and then also as supervisor. So I did basically everything in the front. I ensured a customer satisfaction. It's a lot of problem solving, a lot of like customers coming up and you have to like help them with whatever they need. It's also a lot of helping the employees on the front with cashiers. There was a lot of small stuff like clean the popcorn, clean the counters, take out the trashes, stuff like that. And just make sure, my primary job was always just to make sure the front was moving smoothly. If the manager ever needed something, they give me a call, I go back and do it. Basically everything. You had to make sure the store was looking nice as well, but the primary was just keeping the customers happy and work the front, make sure it's all going smoothly, no one has any questions.
What was the work environment like?
I would say it's really fast-paced, especially customer service. But I would say it's a very nice workplace. A lot of my coworkers were very friendly. They were all pretty young, but they were all super friendly. The managers were all super friendly. Just everyone gets along there, and everyone has a role and a duty. You're never bored or anything.
What was your favorite part about working there?
My favorite part? Oh gosh, I liked a lot of it. I really liked how everyone was doing something and you always had something to do. And it was constantly changing. And I love interacting with the customers because most of the time, I can always end up putting a smile on their face at the end of the day, and it's really rewarding. And then I also really liked a lot of my coworkers. They were all really, really nice.
Please describe the application and interview process.
So with the Avon marks, you had to go in person. You had to write it down, and then they'll do one of two things. They'll either take your application right away and take you straight back for an interview, or if they're busy that day, they take your application, and if they're interested, they'll call. It really depended on how busy the managers were that day. So with me, I had to get a call back. I waited I think it was only a day or two before I got a call, and I went in, and he basically asked me really simple things like where do I go to school, and why do I think I would be good doing customer service or something. And right after he told me I got the job, told me to show up the next day with some work pants.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
Where did I go to school? What kind of education do I have? And then he started a casual conversation asking do you like your classes? How do you do in your classes and stuff like that? Because this was my first job, so I had no prior work experience. And then he asked me about any leadership that I've had or any mentoring I've had, and I mentioned the tutoring and everything that I do. And then, trying to think. And then he asked, how would I handle situations like a customer comes up, and my answer every time was just about follow the store policies but make them happy, which he really appreciated. So I'm trying to think what else. It was mostly a casual conversation for the interview. I think that was just to get inside and see what I'm actually like rather than me telling about a previous work experience.
How were you notified that you received the job?
He told me right there that I was hired.
What set you apart from other candidates?
I would probably say I did a lot of mentoring in the past. I did a lot of tutoring, and I knew how to mentor people. I also, he always told me about how I'm always smiling and I'm always positive, And he said that's really great for the customer service, so that's what kind of set me apart from the others.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to gain employment?
I would say have like a really, really good attitude. Let them know that you're responsible and that like whatever responsibilities you have, you get it done, and just keep on smiling because they really like you.